Good evening. Hope you had a lovely evening tonight, Therapy Army. How are we doing? Welcome to United Real Therapy. What was that about, hey? What was that about? Big up to everybody. Love and light. You need to buy back up. We need to buy a backup striker to Rashford. The guy's super confident. He knows he can score from all angles. Big up to every one of you. Big up Waves there. They last Revs rubbed us win like always, even in the Guardiola time. UEFA Lola. Exactly. Big up Irfan. There's there was this move in the second half where United moved the ball up the field, and Twampus is if that was Ten Hag ball, then I cannot wait for next season. Yeah, big up, bro. Big up. We're on a journey. Big up to every one of you. Smash a like on the video as you come in. Wan-Bissaka took a shot, actually. That's a bit of a shot. Qatari Royal set to bid for Man United tomorrow. Big up Steve H. Let's go Qatari in the new stadium. Habibi Trafford. Habibi Trafford. Consults including Hamad bin Jasmine bin Jabbar Al-Thani, the country's former prime minister, ex-head of the CIA, is putting the final touches to a personal inquiry to Man UFC. Brilliant. CIAFC, CIAFC. Big up to every one of you. But yeah, the big talking points. I thought it was a good game, very entertaining game to watch. It was a good game to be involved in. But I think both teams they're on their level, innit? We're both on our level. We're both not good enough to be in the Champions League as it stands right now. We're both in that shitty Europa League, but it was an entertainment game to watch. I thought the refs rubbed us. Well, not the refs hate us again, just like it was like the old days. Definitely. You can understand with this manager we're on a journey because the referees hate us. And that's the biggest thing to take away from this game, guys. The biggest thing to take away from this game is the fact that referees can't stand Man United, cannot stand Man United. And you can see, I don't care what anybody says, that was a red card and a penalty for them. So we would have been scored 3 goals most likely, and they would have been down to 10 men. But the referee shut himself, realized where he was. So yeah, it's painful. Painful. As I say, live now, people. We're live now. Jump on. I'm just sending a couple of messages to the boys if they want to jump on. If any of them are still awake. So we'll see if any of them are awake. But big up to every one of you. What did you guys think about the game? Let me know, people. What do you think about the game? What did you think about the game? What did you guys think about the game? Aaron Pondit said the best performance against Barcelona in our history. Nah, it wasn't. 99. 99 was a better game. We should have won that. It was 3-3. We should have beaten them in 99 that season. We should have beaten them. Old Trafford. I remember we ripped them at Old Trafford and they got a draw. I think Guardiola scored. So it is what it is. Big up every one of you. Please get the likes up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Mohammed says nonsense. Should have won and they should have gotten a red card. I think we have them. We'll have them at OT. Okay. But big up. Get the likes up, people. Smash a like on the video. That's the least you could do. Poor ref display was good game to watch. Need to finish the job at Old Trafford. Well, we'll see in it. It's a different game. It's a totally different game. Your boy Rob Dyson, QI have held talks about investing in Liverpool, but the sources have told ESPN the focus is now on inquiring United. Yeah, I like Rob Dawson. Met him. Really nice guy. Ten Hag was furious. He wanted to win. Yeah, of course, because you know what? I'm not going to lie to you guys. Ten Hag, if you asked him, if he was genuinely honest, Ten Hag would like to manage Barcelona one day because his favorite person in football managed Barcelona. His hero is Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff is one of his heroes, Ten Hag's heroes, and he managed that. So Eric Ten Hag wanted to show them, you know, I'm this type of coach. So yeah. Yeah, Ten Hag would love to manage Barcelona. It is what it is. A lot of teams want to play for them. Look, managers want to manage them because of their history, because especially with the Dutch connection. So that's the reason why. No, you're right. Our last four games, the ref have been biased against. Of course, bro. Of course. I only talk about it when it says I still don't believe in the Qatar interest or anything else. Yeah, 100%. That guy, Red Devil. Yeah, you just reminded me actually. If any of you want to interact with me on Twitter, people, I absolutely wreck people's days, mate. I wreck them so many. I rattle so many cages. So many people get so triggered and so emotional on Twitter. It's unbelievable. Well, I expected him to do better. I thought the second goal, he should have done it. I thought the first goal, could he have gone and claimed that ball? Could he have punched it out? But then, to be fair, it looked like a perfect corner to the back post, so maybe not. But the second goal, I'm sorry, stop thinking about the players. Concentrate on keeping the ball out of the net. Forget about the players. As a goalkeeper, focus on the ball, not the player. Big up, Andy. How was that not a foul, Rashford? He's not gonna go down when he's past the defender. Absolute joke. Of course, bro. Andy, what do you expect? This is UEFA Lola. That's what they're called. UEFA Lola. Barcelona, basically UEFA. Not gonna lie, I don't really see the FSG hype. Oh, he's a fantastic player. Big up Alien Tenor though, but honestly, you've caught him in the wrong day. So Jim Ratcliffe bid to buy Manchester United will not burden the club with debt if successful, with the billionaire rejecting any leverage buyout type used by the Glazer family. Jim Ratcliffe's on the fight back, people. I'm coming for you. Big up Logan. Check it out, people. Logan's about. Logan, have you got your blades coming out of your knuckles? Hey, I'll give you a fight, no problem. I'll give you a fight. But big up to every one of you. Smash a like on the video, like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, throughout, I thought it was a very good game. I thought that on the part of it, we had the better opportunities. We had the better chances to a certain extent. But it's the Europa League, and I can never be fully excited about it. I'm going to be honest. I can never be excited. My mood now would be so different if that was in the Champions League. It'd be totally different if that was in the Champions League. But it's not. It's in a Europa. And at times I thought our use of the pitch and our use of the play and how compact we stayed and how majority of the players played on the whole, I thought it was a good performance. We've not played a big club in Europe for a long time. We were playing the likes of people from Cyprus and Timbuktu and wherever they're from. That's what this competition gets you. So for me, it was just an enjoyable game to watch, but I'm not giddy. I'm not getting overhyped because it's in a shitty Europa League. Okay, so this is about it's just old school recycled, but big up Alfie Kennedy. Nice one, bro. Title winning Raya, Timber, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Frankie, Bruno, Rashford, Kane, Anthony. There you go. That's what he's got. You're going to need more than that to win a league, mate. You're definitely going to need another 7 or 6 players off the bench of a quality. But yeah, Barca crap. We will bounce them at OT. Okay. Jim Ratcliffe's understood to see acquisition of Man United as an opportunity to shape his legacy. He's fighting back. Jim's fighting back, mate. Coming the new support the manager. He wants it. This is our best showcase for next season. Okay, maybe. I just hate the Europa League, bro. But Tom, talk to me. How did you see that game?
Listen, I'll be really honest with you. I saw the game from a lot of positives out of the game, and I'm not just taking it in terms of because it's yes, we've got to stay level-headed. It's Europa League, but
Tom, are you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I know it's just cut me out and everything else.
Neil Ashton, mate. Neil Ashton,
he's never left the building, has he? No. But what I was saying was, anyway, in this context of the game, I think we've got to stay level-headed in the fact of that it is a Europa League game, but both of these clubs are on the up. Let's be real. Man United and Barcelona could meet in the Champions League. next year, potentially in the next couple of years. So I'm not too shocked that it obviously is a Europa League game, but it felt more like a Champions League game. The quality, the competition of players as well. And at the end of the day, that is what effectively, that is the best Spain has to offer this season that we've played against tonight. And I've said this before, we've played against top level opposition in our own league and we've beaten them in our own backyard at OT. We played against such as gone away to the Camp Nou, which there's a stat, obviously, we've never won at the Camp Nou, was one of the things that is always mythical around there. But whenever we've went to Spain, I've rarely known we've come away with anything in a game. And yes, I'm not going to get into it about the officials because, listen, the guy was moving mad. That referee tonight, wow. We hear about the investigation with Barcelona and tipping off referees on the Spanish board and things, but wow, that guy, I think he epitomised the whole corruption case at the moment in time that they're under. But in terms of the actual game itself, I thought it was really imposing. I thought a lot of the players did live up to the hype. There was a couple of, I will be honest, heart was in your mouth at one point in time when you see such as what happened with Fred and what happened with loads of the different players, the sort of passes that we're making and things like that. But no, I think we need to look at it from the perspective of that. It is a big game. It is a big occasion. And that stadium as well, 90,000 plus stadium as well, it gives the players that composure for when they go to Wembley. And it's a full capacity stadium because this is basically Wembley 2.0. The European version of Wembley essentially is the Camp Nou. And to go there and put in the shift that we did, I remember we went there a couple of years ago, and we got wrapped up. Messi wrapped us in a spliff, and we got absolutely embarrassed. But we have players here who have character, they have fight, and essentially, I think we had a lot of those players tonight who they live up for big occasions. And under Ten Hag, he's instilled something in them where they'll fight wherever it is. It doesn't matter. They'll fight in the new camp, OT. They'll fight in your back garden. These players have a determination to go on and actually have the mentality to never lose in a game and to never give up. When I went 1-0 down, when we went 1-0 down, I'll be honest with you, I didn't break a sweat. I didn't panic because I always have in the back of my mind that, listen, we can get back in game.
Ashton's got Tom again. Tom?
It's always something that, and I heard people saying that. Yeah. I heard people were saying things about Arejo and Xavi had a plan for the anti-Rashford plan and all this bollocks. Mate, you didn't have any strings on him at all. He absolutely ripped that Barcelona backline apart when he could run it there. Ripped them apart. Kunde's a centre half. He's not a right back. I'm sorry, Xavi, but listen, you played the old Pep Guardiola trick. We'll play a centre half at right back and see if it works out for us. But listen, we played against a brilliant opposition tonight, flying at the top of the league. Similar form to us in many respects, where they're trying to get back to the top. They're trying to rebuild and restructure. They're building a new stadium as well and things like that. And listen, they're doing a good job. Xavi's doing a good job there. I will give him his credit and his dues. But standout players tonight, Rashford stood up to the occasion. Big stadium, big occasion, stood up to it. Bruno as well, I thought. All the critics and everything. Listen, it was a lot more constraint in the Hollywood passes. We gave the ball away in certain scenarios, yes. Casemiro, I thought, was a big plus coming back into the side for us. I know, obviously, the stray pass and things like that. But listen, everybody makes mistakes. If David De Gea made the mistake, I'd be saying the same thing. Everybody makes mistakes. We're only human. We're only human after all. And that's the one thing I would say in that regard.
We're only human
after all. Rag and bone, man. Get up.
After all.
But no, in terms of listen, we went to say the new camp and everything, and I think it puts us in good stead for the return leg. Yeah. It would have been nice to have left there with all 3 points, and if I'm being honest, I think we did deserve it. The Kunde challenge as well on Rashford, mate. You do that outside of Spain, you get sent off and you walk. I'm sorry. You don't stand from that. You don't. At the end of the day, I think it was a penalty, and you're not gonna babble about officials buying us out of a game and things like that because we had chances to go the game off anyway. But it was a red card. He's the last man. Rashford has a clear goal. bang. But
Listen,
I don't know. Listen.
listen,
The last thing I'm going to say then, Nurudin, is right. That referee tonight, it's going to be the last thing I'm going to say to him. Whoever's investigating him from UEFA or La Liga, check that referee's bank account tonight, because if he didn't have £1 million bond in there, I don't know what he was smoking tonight. That's all I'm saying. I didn't see hardly any little fouls, corners, free kicks. I'm surprised they didn't even give the penalty in the end for the handball on Fred. But we've got a lot of tough games at the end of the day, and we need to stay level-headed and we need to stay level-grounded. Ten Hag, and the one thing, that final point I'm going to make anyway, is the mentality of what he said in that post-match interview as well. We're not staying in Barcelona tonight. We're travelling back and we're recovering the next day. We're recovering, we recuperate, and we train, and we prepare for Leicester. That's the mentality of an elite coach. Elite. We're not staying overnight. Yes, we'll get back at 2, 3 in the morning, whatever. Get home, rest, recuperate. I want you back at Carrington for 12 o'clock tomorrow. Or he'll do an evening session with the players. That's an elite coach and that's an elite manager. And at the end of the day, he had the plan for Barcelona and it went to perfect effect. So we have to give him his props in that regard. But no, big up to all the boys. Listen, they wore their arm on the sleeve. They went out there and they fought in a major hostile stadium and environment. And we say it all the time about these players. I'm not changing my mind in terms of the bottle job mentality because I want to see them win something. But you go into a lot of stadiums where under that sort of pressure, the stadium, the atmosphere, players buckle and players don't show the real them. In this case and in this regard, I saw a different mentality with the team and the players. But let's take it into the weekend and let's build the momentum back in the Premier League again. And let's keep this a bit of an unbeaten that we're on going. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it going. Let's keep humbled. And let's keep the fire in the fight.
Yeah. Big up, Tom. Let me just get these super chats. Big up, Alien Tenor. Rush's foul was a disgrace, pure and simple. Yeah, of course it was a red card. Everybody and their nan could say that was a red card. Say Viasi got him and his boys got humbled last night. Saying you're not gonna talk about anything else, are you? Not impressed with Barca. Rashford on fire, to be fair. We'll see you in the Europa final. First home loss. We'll beat Villa. We'll go top again. Fighting talk by Zane.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, Zane. Good evening.
Zane, are you having a bit of that good evening, my son?
He's coming for the vampire's coming for your blood, Zane. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you, Dracula himself is gonna suck the life out of you and your teammate. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dracula himself is gonna suck the blood out of you. Hold tight, mate. Hold tight. Unai Emery. Unai Emery is coming for you. Unai Emery is coming for you. Coming for you, saying, you better up that whatever thing that you put on that pipe on Saturday. You better triple that, mate.
Triple the dosage, Jane.
You better triple the how hard it is. Triple the
buzz.
The buzz. Well, big up, Saviasi, fighting talk. Yeah, 100%. Big up to all of you. Props to Fred for not getting a red card, forcing Gavi to get a yellow to miss the second leg due to props. Yeah, well, tonight it was a mixed bag from Fred, wasn't it? At times he looked like Fred from Brazil, and some other times we did. Now and again we saw a little bit of the Fred from Stoke, didn't we? I mean, he could have pushed the game with that handball. I don't know what he's doing. Just keep your arms by your side. Why do you have to do that? That could have been a penalty for them, to be fair.
Do you know something? I was very shocked that the way the officiating was going, I was very shocked it wasn't given. I was very shocked.
The way the referees, I've noticed it. The past how many games at Old Trafford, Crystal Palace, the game before that, I've noticed it.
I don't know what it is, though. It's these...
The game from, who was it did we play? Reading. Like how we had the worst...
Oh, yeah, with Andy Carroll, yeah.
Yeah, Andy Carroll, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. It's like when we went to Sociedad, for example. That game was shocking, the refereeing, in the group stage when we played them. And we went there. It was shocking. I don't know where these referees they get the status from and everything. But listen, we are in the Europa League. We are in second-tier European football. So it doesn't surprise me that we get the shit of the referee, the shit end of the stick with the referees. because you don't get, what you pay for in these regards. But if that referee ever came to Old Trafford, and he did those sort of decisions, my guy would be getting sirened out there, absolutely sirened out of there.
Yeah, big up Logan.
Have you actually tweeted that?
No, I tweeted that last time. That was last week.
Oh, right, fair enough.
I tweeted that last week because there's too many conflicting reports in it. But we'll do that show tomorrow night. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll do that show tomorrow night. Stay tuned, people, if you want interested.
The Glazers are breathing. They want to stay. Bloomberg is clickbaiting the fan base. Yeah, that's true. That's from me, 100%. That's fact. That is a fact, Logan. On performance, do you think De Jong now regrets how far United have come to start of the season? Because he looks lost in that team. Yeah. I wouldn't judge him on one game. I wouldn't really judge him on one. Anybody could have a bad game, but I won't judge him in one game.
His role's taken by Pedro, isn't it? Really, that's the problem.
Yeah. Big up, Samiasi. Bit of honesty here. Since he ate a bit of humble pie last night. This is what happens when you get high of the humble pie, innit? When you get a bit high of the humble pie, you can see clearly now. This is saying, I can see clearly now. I'm smoking the pipe. Smoking the pipe, smoking that pipe. Shane says, I'm very impressed with Ten Hag. He's improved players, but I think Barca, Real, Chelsea, Bayern will approach him down their line. Now, 100%. Listen, it's no secret that Ten Hag wants to manage Barcelona. It's not a secret. I just hope it's 10 years from now. You know what I mean? I hope it's 10 years from now.
He don't speak a word of English anyway, so.
So, Irv, switch your stuff. Irv, how you doing, bro?
I'm okay. Yourself, all right, Tom?
Yeah.
All good?
Good. All good.
I was just listening. I was listening to what Tom was saying, what I missed. I was behind you, that's all. All good, though, yeah?
Big up Tom, by the way. Thank you so much.
Is he gone now? Shit, is he Tom gone?
Yeah, he's gone. He's got to go. He's got a bit of stuff to do. So big up Tom. So Irv, give me what did you think about that game? Give me your thoughts on the game. Did you watch it all of it?
Yeah, frustrating game because looked like we had the best chance ever to win at Camp Nou. Best chance I've thought. I've never seen you have that many chances at Barcelona. I understand they're having a rebuild. It was a very open game. I was very surprised by that. I mean, the chances we had in the first half, we should have been like at least 1 or 2-0 up in the first half. Then we give away a sloppy goal, and thankfully it didn't beat us up, and we managed to equalize and then take the lead. And then we sort of hung on in the last 15 minutes. So I'm like you. I'm not crazy about the Europa League, but I've still got to analyze the team and think: are we going forward? Are we progressing? Are we showing more steeliness? Are we showing more guile as a footballing team? And look, if we had a better 10 than Vegos, we'd have won this game. You know, Sancho's still not on form. He's still a bit hesitant and he's still not match fit. So we're relying on him. So, you know, I can come up with excuses as why we didn't win. But in the end, you know, we're hanging on in the last 10 minutes or so. And, you know, I don't know why they took Rafinha off. He was their best player. So I'm a bit upset by the goals we gave away. I don't think they were good goals to give away. You're not going to be a top team in Europe if you give away goals like that. I did think in this, to beat them, we need to have Sabitzer there. And we also need Martinez. And Malacia did play all right, but we still need like Shaw to get up on the flanks and support. We're just a couple of players away from being a decent team and 3 or 4 players away from being a very good team. So look, for the neutral, it was a great game to watch. It was very open. I'm still a bit disappointed because I don't know if we're going to get a chance to beat them again, but I'm quietly confident about the return. I think we got a chance to beat them. Because one thing that I realize is that because of the high octane game we play in the Premier League, that has to be the biggest pitch. Is that the biggest pitch in Europe? Their pitch is that playing? It's massive. It's huge. It's one of the biggest. It's so wide, right? So I think that because we play this intensity, I think Europe can't cope with English sort of the speed and the. I know it's a slower game, and obviously teams have to slow it down. But I just feel that because the English game's got this intensity and speed, I think sometimes it can be an advantage because that didn't look like a team that's like coasting in Spain to me. I mean, I know they've not been winning like really well. They've been winning 1-0 and this and that. They're not been batting people. So, you know, but I'm happy that it shows our players can grow with belief. And Ten Hag got the system right. You know, he did. He outfoxed Xavi tactically. I think he did. But we're just not, you know, we're just not quite there yet. We gave the ball away sloppily a lot in midfield and stuff like that. You know, Fred got it together in the second half a little bit better. But, you know, Casemiro might make some really nice interventions, but he'll give the ball away. It's just it's a little bit frustrating. It is. I want great teams don't give it away. Great teams, even if they're not the flashiest, most skillful teams, they do the A's and B's very well. They don't give the ball away and things like that. So
it can be very wasteful. What did you think of the referee? Let me just read this.
Yeah.
Big up Windy Grant. Windy Grant said, I think every top player in the world would have been watching that game. So great recruiting tool for United. Well, let's hope you're right.
That's a good point, Wendy. That's a good point. It's a good point, Wendy.
I put a tweet out there. I meant to put it out after the game, but my phone was just acting funny. So
I mean, the referee looked like it felt like the referee was on their side. It felt like he was again. Right?
How was it? How was that? Was not a red? Rashford is through on goal. The guy comes and steams in, wipes him out. And the referee says, "Play on."
I don't know, Nuruddin. I mean, I looked at it. I need to look at it again because I felt like.
Efan, you don't need to look. Efan, listen to this.
Yeah.
Rashford. Has the ball in front of him.
Yeah.
The player is nowhere.
He comes in on the side. He comes in on the side.
Efan, but he pummels him from the side without going anywhere near the ball. What are you talking about? He don't even touch the ball. He's nowhere near the ball, and he wipes Rashford out. Literally sprints to him and wipes him out. That's a pen. That's a red card because he's last man, and that's a penalty. But the referee chickened out.
I mean, a lot of decisions went their way. A lot of decisions, right? And you know how it goes in Europe. You know when you play against Europe.
It's not even Europe. It's the Premier League as well. Nowadays, to get a free kick at Old Trafford,
we've had a run of bad luck with referees, Nuruddin, but I'm not saying they're all against them.
All you have to do is hit the deck. When you hit the deck, then you get it. You hit the deck, you get it. Hit the deck. That's all you got to do. At Old Trafford, all you've got to do as an opposing player is go down.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question then. You know the goal that City got? I mean, the Arsenal got the penalty. Was that a penalty?
Yeah, of course it was.
It was a penalty, yeah?
Irfan, let me explain something to you. Yeah. The same thing tonight and the same thing last night. You can't rush out without any control. And if you don't go anywhere near the ball and you wipe the other player out, it's a stonewall penalty. If you have to touch the ball, or the other player's got to die.
Yeah, no, I get that. You got to take some of the ball at least. Yeah, I get that.
Rashford here says, big up Alfie says, Rashford on Kunde potential. It's a massive moment in the game. I've not watched it back, but the moment I don't understand why the referee would think I'm going down. It's 100% a foul. Of course it was.
Yeah.
Of course it was. Big up Alfie, Alpha Kennedy buddy. Big up Xavi. We played a good game against a top team in Europe. I think Man UFC are coming back today. They showed their best version.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the idea that you were moaning, you were bloody moaning. It was now Fred was all right attacking wise, but I still don't want him playing. Yeah. So that's
only because you don't know what you're going to get with Fred. That's the only problem. You just don't know which Fred's going to turn up. That's the only problem.
Yeah, listen.
Listen,
Dennis Iqbal. Yeah, Dennis Iqbal. Look after yourself, bro. Lemon juice, hot drinks, man. Vitamin D. That's what you need to get better. Yeah, looks like he's not well. Nate says, if we're playing any match, I want us to win it. Club World Cup, Europa League, League Cup, don't care. I just want to win. No, 100%. Like I'm saying to you, my level of excitement would have been through the roof if that was in a Champions League last night, and it's not. It's not in a Champions League, so it's hard for me, guys. The honest truth, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna break it down for you. Irfan knows me for a really well as a person and a personality. I am nowhere by any means snobbery. There's only 3 things in my life that
I'm a bigger snob than you.
No. Oh, of course you are. You went to public school, Irfan. Of course you are. Right? So there's 3 things. Listen to me. There's 3 things I'm snobbery about. 3 things. Music, film, and football. And in a sense that with the football, I'm snobbery. I'm a snob because I've been spoiled. I'm a brat.
No, I get that. I get that. I get that.
There's nothing in my life I've been spoiled or bratty other than having the privilege of supporting this amazing, I call it the most romantic football club in the history of sport. The most romantic football club, sport institution in the history of sport. Manchester United are that. So I am spoiled. I am so spoiled as a 90s kid who grew up in the 90s. Like the idea of just Man United dominance and winning and competing and being at Old Trafford and literally the hairs on my arms and on the back of my neck standing up when the Champions League music, the champions, when that gets sang out like that, that music gets played at Old Trafford, and then the Stretford End, the roar after that, and the clap from the whole stadium, and that noise to bring on the game to play Europe's best. Why? Why, people? Why? Because people died playing for this football club, competing in that competition. If you're a United fan, there is a specialty to it, a special connection with that trophy. First English team to win it. People rose from the ashes to win that tournament at 1968. 1968. You know, guess what? Some of the last two numbers on my phone, 5868. The last two numbers on my phone, 58.
Yeah, no.
8 people. So that's what I'm snub about. Now, I'm a snub in a working class.
Spoiled already. We've been spoiled.
I'm not a snub in any other way, and I'm a snub in working class way. So that's the reason why. So that's the reason why tonight my level of excitement coming on here, I'll be bouncing off the walls like I did the other day when we beat that scum Leeds. Because I don't care whatever division they're in, it's always good to beat them at Allen Road.
No. It's a fair point. It's a fair point. But can I just say, it is a fair point, because at the end of the day, you're used to being with the best. You're used to United being at the top table, and this is United not at the top table. So your energy is not there. I do get that. But what I'm looking at, and what all the rest of the fans are, and all the people in the chat are, we're analyzing whether this team's growing or not, whether we're developing as a team, whether we're progressing. And we played the best team in Spain, and we didn't look out of sorts. You know, we flapped a little bit in the last 15 minutes. We didn't show composure, but you know, we are ahead. I didn't expect us to be here 4 or 5 months into Ten Hag's reign. I thought we'd get slapped. Look at how we used to play in the start of when Ten Hag played in the Europa League. Look at what we played like them nerded. This team now would batter all those teams that we just scraped past, you know, in the start with Ten Hag. This team now will beat them all easily. So progression, you know, a little bit of patience, I understand. I also want to take your point about it's a bit of a Mickey Mouse Cup, but Barcelona in there, they've fallen. So, you know, we've got to try and analyze the progression in Ten Hag and Ten Hag's team. So, although I mean, I do want us to win it, but in some ways I don't, because I actually think it'll catch up with us at some point because the squad's not big enough. Being in these cups longer, the Carabao, whatever FA Cup, the longer we're in these cups, the more it's going to affect our overall position in the league. That's how that's what I honestly think, and I think you think that too, right? So I do get it, but like I said, it's good to see that the team's progressing. It's good to see that the team didn't bottle it completely in Barcelona today, because you know the Camp Nou, we don't even get any change or anything. We never get nothing in that amazing stadium. We just don't. We always look thinking. I mean, look, I'll say something that you might find controversial, but maybe I'll get a little bit of shit for this. But I never rated Ferguson as a Man United team in Europe. I know we got to the final once. I know we won one, but I never rated him. I always thought the Premier League was his level. I didn't think he could tactically he could do it in Europe at the same. I never think he did. So that's always been my only one gripe with the boss Ferguson, was I don't think we're a majestic team in Europe. Now I'm hoping Ten Hag has got that. Will make us a majestic team in Europe if we get to the Champions League next year and we get a proper team. I'm hoping he will show that we could be there in the semi-finals, whatever, every year without fail, getting to the finals. That's what I think, because I believe that he's got a bit more tactical nous to him than I think in Europe. That's what I just see just watching it. You know, I didn't see Ferguson having this amazing brain in breaking teams down in Europe. I didn't see it at all. I always used to watch us. I never thought we were the team in Europe. So that's just my thing. I might get crap for it, but that's what I honestly thought.
Irfan, this is where I agree, and then I also disagree.
Yeah.
I agree with the fact that it's progression, and it's about we have to separate it. The fact that it's in that competition, we're in Europa League, and I have to think about the team and Erik ten Hag and the journey that we're on, right? So now referee are hating us like we used to. We used to be the hate. On top of Old Trafford, it says hated, adored, but never ignored.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
And we already know that Man United are like Marmite. You either love Man United, you love to be a Man United supporter, even when you're not, or you hate Manchester United.
Nerdy, can I just say? Can I just say before you say that? Here's something that here's a point that you made about Man United. In my gym at the moment, I just see United everywhere I look. I see United tops. Everyone's wearing them: grey ones, red ones, blue ones. Even like the yellow and blue, green ones. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but that's a sign that United are back to a degree of coming back, because I just see them everywhere. I used to see City tops or whatever's, but I just keep seeing United tops at the moment. I mean, everywhere I look, I see them. So that means something's happening. Something's definitely happening.
Yeah. No, listen, that's it. So the journey for me, I expected the football to be better. I did say, and I will always say, when people were telling me about Jose and, this guy and that guy, I said, to me, Jose was the worst football. It was
the worst ever. The worst ever. Yeah.
It was the crimes against Manchester United football, and I will never, ever want to see that football ever again. And I always said a really good coach, and I talked about it. And Irfan will tell you, I had the conversations with him, and I said, there'll be no excuses for the likes of Rashford and any other players who've got any ounce of talent at Man United. When they get a good coach, and then the coach develops an environment where players can thrive, he's going to be good. I never bought into this Rashford and all that kind of stuff. Yes, I said criticism is fair, but abuse that he was getting, I wasn't about that, right? And I would always warn against that. And especially young players, I always have to say, you know what? You don't know what they can turn into. But I expect us to play even better football, to be fair. My expectations of Erik ten Hag, having watched the way Ajax played, especially in the Champions League, because every division, they were by far the best team. But I watched him against the top teams in Europe and how we dealt with that. So I knew in Europe, his teams play, and he knows how to tactically what to do. So I am not too concerned, but I expected us to even play better football. But I understand this is not his team.
No, it's not his team yet. No.
His players. And the reason tonight, again, we've got the kids on the bench. We had Van der Beek out. Van der Beek out for the season. Eriksen out for the season.
Out.
We've got McTominay out. That some people might think that's a good thing. McTominay out.
No, that's a good thing. Yeah.
We've got Martinez out, suspension.
Mashallah.
Injured. Sabitzer out for a suspension. Martial out. That's what we've have to deal with.
I think if Martial played in this game, I think we would have won, Nuruddin. I think we would have won. I really do. A prime Martial would have helped us in a game like this. He really would have. I think his game's more suited to stuff like this. It's just a shame that the guy can't keep fit.
So why? So this why Nuruddin speaking, our coach leaving because Ten Hag does it different. Come on, what does that mean? I don't understand. I basically said it's no secret the way Erik ten Hag talks about Barcelona, and if you know anything about Erik ten Hag, how much he admired and loved. He was on a television show when he was the age of 12 or 13 or 10 years old with Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff is one of the people that he looks up to. And there's always been Dutch connection with Barcelona, even the way Barcelona play. So there's no secret that Erik ten Hag would like to manage Barcelona. There's no secret. There is no secret about that. He's inspiration in world football. Go and check out the video of how Erik ten Hag, as a young child, in a TV show, football show, is asking questions about coaching to Erik ten Hag. Sorry, to Johan Cruyff. So I'm not talking about it. I'm just telling you the facts. No, the facts.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. That's ambition, and that's history of football.
And that's what I said about Barcelona. Say what we said about Barcelona, but players all want to play for them because it's a beautiful city, beautiful weather. It is a massive footballing culture, and there's so much history with it.
It's one of the meccas of football in the world, Nuruddin. It's one of the meccas of football, yeah.
Yeah, they've got one of the biggest stadiums in world football. They've probably got the biggest football pitch in world football. So I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like, don't get triggered. I'm just
No,
letting
no,
you know.
it's Irfan, isn't it? It's the other Irfan. This
Yeah.
the one who said that. Yeah.
Let me just get this. Big up Windy Grant said, if Shaw was playing centre back ahead of Lindelof, Maguire, both of them should be saying, I'm out of here in the sun. Well, it depends, innit? It really depends. Because he likes a left-footed kind of guy, doesn't he? I think if one of them was left-footed, I think maybe one of them would have played. Do you think United can win the Europa League? I just want to dip out the Europa League, man. I really want to dip out. I really don't want
you know, you don't want to spoil the fun, because let's face it, a lot United fans have got giddy watching that. They got, they're happy,
football
really
capital
happy with that.
What's the update with Martial? I don't get it. Come in and scored, then out for forward. Yeah, well, that's Martial. I actually think he's even registered to Manchester United. Is he back in that Paris suburb where he's from? Is he back there? Because I don't know. Does he play for Man United? To me, I just that's how I think about him. Because I know he comes, he plays when he wants.
But you see, if you analyze Man United from top to bottom, I don't know. Can you think of another player in any other team that's like Martial? Can you think of anybody that's like that, who threatens to be at the top tier, but is injured for one, plays one game and injured for 3 or 4, and then plays another game and injured for, can you think of anybody? This is what I'm saying. This is why I don't think we're quite there yet, because we got guys like this guy in the team. We're not there. Example. This is a good point here, though. Do you think Garnacho came on too late? Don't you think Sancho should have been brought off earlier?
But
I do think you've got a point here, Tim.
I understand the reason why. And this is the process of getting Garnacho back to full form. Sorry, to getting Sancho back to full fitness. So he gave him half an hour, 20 minutes when he first came on. He gave him a half. He gave him 60 minutes. He gave him 55 minutes. He's giving him 7. And tonight he's giving him 75 to 80 minutes. So for him to play fitness-wise, and match fitness, to play for 90 minutes.
But I want to see that fearlessness. I haven't seen that fearlessness from him yet. Like he had
that's what I'm saying to you, because you have to play the minutes. You have to get the minutes into your leg.
You do. I agree. You do.
Yeah. So that's the reason why. But yeah, that's not the craziest thing anybody could have said. Yeah, that's the point. But I'm explaining to you what Ten Hag's been doing. He played for 60 minutes against Leeds the other day. He played for 60 minutes. Yeah. Ten Hag, why didn't Ten Hag want Barcelona? Obviously, Barca a bigger club. The way you guys talk. No, what I'm saying to you is that the Ten Hag's hero, Johan Cruyff, fan. I don't know how old you are, but Johan Cruyff developed.
I know everything about the guy. I know total football.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to
oh, this guy. Yeah.
Irfan, I'm not talking to you. I know you know.
Sorry, you talking about Mr. Arnold. Yeah.
So Arnold, I don't know how old you are, but Barcelona, modern Barcelona, are not the Barcelona they are without the influence of Johan Cruyff, or the idea of them being connected with Dutch. Ever since Johan Cruyff has been there, they've always been, they're almost kind of the offshoot of the beautiful game with a Spanish, like, they're not even Spanish, they're Catalonians. So there's been a love affair between the beautiful game, the total football. Dutch nation in the world. The only nation never to win the World Cup, by the way. Never to win the World Cup. The Dutch who created this beautiful football where every player can rotate into positions. And there's been a love affair between that via Johan Cruyff, one of the great players of his generation, with Barcelona. Do you know that, Arnold, Manchester United beat in the Old Cup Winners' Cup? Manchester United is one of the first ever finals I ever watched. I think it was 91 or 92 or 93.
You mean the Mark Hughes one? The Mark Hughes one?
Yeah, Mark Hughes and Steve Bruce scored. And it was one of the best finals. And it was in the rain. It was in Rotterdam. And that was my first ever European trophy with Manchester United as a United fan as a kid.
Yeah, I remember.
I'll never forget that. That is proper edged into my. That is proper edged in that shirt. Brian Robson. I remember Brian Robson going up to collect the cup. That is edged into my memory and my heart. Man United versus Barcelona. Barcelona managed by Irfan, Johan Cruyff. Who's up front for Barcelona? Stoichkov. I think he scored the equalizer, and then we made it 2-1. So that's the issue. So if you don't know that, you go and find the footage as well, Arnold, of Erik ten Hag as a youngster, I think 12-year-old or 13-year-old, talking on a Dutch television show, talking football with Johan Cruyff. Yeah. So that's the reason why.
But he's the godfather, because he revolutionized Dutch football. He's seen as the intellectual, the superstar, the thinker, everything about him. He epitomizes what the Dutch love about the football is Johan Cruyff.
Yeah.
And obviously, he's a superstar from Barcelona, so he made his name there.
Exactly. And he played for them. So Johan Cruyff
Of course
played
he
for
did. He
Barcelona.
made his name there.
Yeah,
they
he
love
played-
him. He's a god in Barcelona. Yeah.
Yeah, and he actually didn't go to the World Cup, Irfan, if I'm not mistaken, at 74 or 78.
74 is when he played. 74 is when he played, yeah.
He played, but 78 he didn't go because I think
I don't
somebody
remember him
kidnapped
78, no.
I think the story is some weird story how somebody in his family or somebody got kidnapped and he didn't go to the World Cup in 1978 with Argentina and Argentina in the final in Buenos Aires when Argentina won the first World Cup. Yeah. So that's the history. That's the history. But big up Logan. Logan says all top managers in football have managed for many big clubs. Just hoping Erik ten Hag will stay over 10 years with us. Yeah.
Let's see.
It says Erik ten Hag this week. He has 2 framed photos in his office. Cruyff as a player for Barcelona and Cruyff as a manager. So that's the point I'm trying to make.
There you go.
So I just want him to understand that, like, it's no secret, bro. No secret at all whatsoever. If Man City would have let go Pep Guardiola, Erik ten Hag was on their list. Barcelona, Erik ten Hag was on their list. So it's a fact. It is a fact. His biggest idol is Cruyff. So that's the reason why, like, yeah, it's not an argument, bro. Don't get triggered. Well, that's what he's trying to do, but that's not all of his. That's not all of his. He's trying to do that with us, but that's not all of his players, is it? It's not all of his players. But you saw tonight a glimpse into Erik ten Hag's tactics in Europe, how we can compete with a bigger teams. But obviously, we have to understand that we are in we're in the Europa League. We're not in the top European Champions League. No, I respect you, but I wish you would stop putting down the Europa League. And just support the team.
You know what I mean? United don't care what league they're in. They want to keep winning. Don't care what competition. They want to keep winning. You know, I get that.
Well, I'm sorry to have triggered you, but I just can't stand them. The Europa League. I don't like the music. I don't like Thursday night football. I hate it all.
It didn't feel like a Europa League game today. It felt like a Champions League. I know it wasn't, but it felt like one.
Yeah. Sancho will be back to his best. Yeah, it was Rotterdam 91. Yeah, I remember coming back from primary school, running home to watch it. I was running home to watch it. I thought it was one of the best finals ever. In the rain, Mark Hughes and Steve Bruce header, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember Steve Bruce's goal. I remember Mark Hughes' winner. I remember that shot.
Evening, lads. Big up star boss Steve, man.
No, it's Strasbourg. Strasbourg en français.
Strasbourg. That's his team. That's his love team. In England, his team is in France, but his big team he supports is Newcastle. Big up, bro.
Bonsoir, ça va, Steve?
Yeah, ça va. They got a statue of him outside the Camp Nou.
Of course.
Of course. He's the one that coached Pep Guardiola, the La Masia.
They haven't lost their Dutch connection. They've never lost it. They've always got the top Dutch players playing at Barcelona. Always had.
Yeah, nothing lasts forever. Let's hope we create amazing memories with this honest manager. Always stand by him till he leaves. Simple. Yeah, of course. 100%. So the biggest thing for me, before we go to the player ratings, guys, is that I think I'm going to give De Gea a fault for that goal. Because for me, a goalkeeper, by the way, there's over 200 of you in here. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We're trying to get to 7,000 by the end of this month. So we're 300 short now. So we're trying to get to 7,000, sorry, not 700, 7,000 by the end of this month. So we're on a drive. So let the people know about the community where you are respected, your opinion, even if we vehemently disagree, you're respected and all your interaction is read out. And that's the only reason why we do live streams. It's because to interact in real time with the community. Ain't nobody's view better than anybody else. It's just all about an opinion. It's all about what you prefer. But I thought that was his fault, De Gea, because the biggest thing is...
You mean Rafinha's goal, yeah?
Yeah. Don't focus on the players. Focus on the keeping the ball out of the goal.
It just looked shit. It just looked so bad. I was watching it thinking, you just let this. I mean, I know it went through Varane's legs, but come on, man, you can't let in goals like that.
Listen, he was distracted by the players. For me, thinking that the Lewandowski was going to get a touch, but your focus on the ball as a goalkeeper. First thing you focus is on the ball, where the ball going, without you focusing on anything else. I feel our season a success already. Cruyff United, love it. Big up Arnold. Big up, yeah. If Barca are top of La Liga, United would have won La Liga. Should have scored 5. We still played poor. Yeah. I thought we had amazing opening and opportunities because how much of the high line they played. We could have put Rashford.
It was so perfect for us. You know?
There were so many times where the midfielder had the ball and the space to put a ball in for 15.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If we had the Ten Hag team, Nuruddin, we would have barred them. If we had a proper Ten Hag team, we would have
like a 15, 20 yards to put the ball through.
Yep.
I think we could.
Even Ericsson could have put the passes through today. If he was playing, he could have done it. You know, that game was made for us tactically.
Yeah.
Playing a high line when we got Rashford, these people are crazy, but they don't play any other way.
Listen, Air fans like me, it's just waiting. There's too many conflicting reports.
I already told you, no, I don't buy into any of this bullshit about this lot. I don't believe it until I see it. I don't believe it. Okay, because I just know I just see it as clickbait. It's just clickbait. United keep talking, keep the show rolling. Click. I don't see. I'm not interested until we get these bastards out. I'm not interested.
Yeah. De Gea did think that Lewandowski would touch the ball. Yeah, 100%. Right. Let's go quickly, guys. We've got less than. We've got 9 minutes to quickly get around and give, because tonight shouldn't be many big arguments. So, Irfan, David De Gea, what should have got tonight? I think David De Gea, even with that mistake, I think maybe I'm being a bit too harsh, but I think because a goalkeeper, you should always keep your eye on the ball. Forget about the players. 6.5. I'm going to give him. I would have given him.
I would give him a 6. What? I mean, look, Nuruddin. What we didn't talk about the goal that what's it called? Alonso scored. I mean, we cannot give away goals like that.
Listen, we're going to come to it quickly. So let's just go quickly. De Gea 6.5 for me.
6 for me. 6 for me. Go on, everyone. What you get your scores in, everyone. Whoever's here, get your scores in.
I'll stay with you, Wan-Bissaka.
I think it was okay. I'll give him a 6.5. I don't think it was amazing. I think he was actually. I'll give him a 6. I don't think it was. I think it was a steady performance. I wouldn't say it was his best, but you know, it wasn't his worst. But it was definitely an improvement on Delo at the moment, because Delo's not there. You know, so I'll give him a 6.
Okay, 6.5, 7. Some people.
What are you giving him?
8. Some people. I'm gonna give Wan-Bissaka 6.5.
Okay.
Yes, 6.5. What are you giving Varane? I thought Varane was brilliant. Most of the times, I thought he was brilliant. He even took a yellow card. I thought it was a very harsh yellow card.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could tell a couple of times his pace helped us out, clearing the ball, especially when they came pressure. So I'm going to give him a 7.
I'll give him a 6.5. I do like it when he communicates with Casemiro and the fist pump to chest each other, and it shows. I like teams like, because you need that team sort of bonding. You need it, and they're the only two players that seem to show it for me. So I'm giving it a 6.5. You know.
Okay, a 7. Some people are giving him an 8.
Everyone's giving him good scores. You know, I expect a lot from this guy. You
know, Luke Shaw, that's not his usual, so I'm going to give him a 7 as well. That's not his position.
No, so I'm going to give him a 6.5 because I don't think he was as measured as he can be. He was okay, but he still looked a bit wobbly to me. I know it's not his position, but no, he's played well in that position. He's played well. I think he got found out a little bit today. Yeah,
I don't think he's played that well at the new camp, so we've got to give it against that.
That's what I mean. No, I think he was overawed by the new camp. No, I think he was. I'll give him a 6.5, but he's played better at left centre back than he did today.
I thought Malacia was one of the best players tonight.
Yeah, so he definitely was. Definitely one of my favourite players who was tonight. Tenacious. Yeah.
I thought he was very aggressive. I thought
I'm giving him a 7.5.
Yeah. He's going to learn from that. Yeah. Malacia 8. So I'm going to give Malacia
I'm giving him a 7.5.
We're going to midfield Casemiro. I'm going to give Casemiro a 6.5 because his goal cost us. It was his give the ball away for that goal.
Yeah, he gave the ball away, I give him a 6.5.
Lately, he's been giving the ball away a lot.
Yes, and I don't get that. I don't get that. Do you think he's learned off? Do you think he's been watching Fred, or what do you think is happening?
I don't know. I think he just rushes it. I think he's just being rushed. He's usually
I
calm.
think what it is, I do think it's also the fact that he's probably not used to the fact that you get so little time on the ball in England.
Maybe we're being harsh. Maybe I'll upgrade to 7. Maybe
I'll upgrade it to 7 as well because he still does read the game really well. We're a different team when he's plays. We are a different team.
7 for Casemiro. Bruno. I thought Bruno was in and out of the game. I'm going to give him a 6.5.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of his better performances for his average performances, but still average. It was in and out. I'll give him a 6.5. There were chances where I thought he might do something more creative with the ball. He didn't. So I'm going to give him a 6.5.
I'm giving a Fred 6.5 as well because I thought he played well in patches in large parts of the game.
He played better in the second half, and he played better in the second half.
He could have cost us. I thought he could have cost us with that handball. I don't know what he's doing there with his hands.
I know, no, lucky, very lucky. That's what I mean. So that's why I was questioning. You know, the referee. Some of the decisions didn't go our way, but still, we got a couple as well. So I'm giving Fred a 6.5. I'll give him.
What are you giving Workhorse? I thought Workhorse played really good. In the second half,
in the one-on-one, man. Come on, man. The one.
He ain't got the pace. He ain't got the pace. He even get there.
He ain't got the pace.
Yeah.
Yes, he can't. He don't even head. He don't win headers all the time. Like he should win every header. I don't get it. People are small and they beat him.
He's very honest, getting about defending, playing a number 10. There was things that he was doing working hard for the team. So I'll give him a 6.5. 6.5. Okay, I'm gonna give him a 6 because you know what he tries. I like
players. God loves a try, nerd.
It's not his fault. He's at the football club. It's not his fault. It tells you the mismanagement of Manchester United Football Club why he's at the club. He will never be at the football club. So
fair enough. He does. I mean, Vout does work hard. I'll give him that. At least he's honest. He's an honest player. He tries his best.
He everything. And to be fair, playing in that number 10 role, he's more involved in the game than when he's up front.
Yeah, he is. It's better for him to play number 10. Actually, it's better for him to.
Sancho, what are you giving Sancho, fan?
I give him a 6, average 6. You know, I could give 5.5.
I'm going to be kinder to you. I'm going to give him a 6.5 because I thought he was quite composed at times. And you know what? He was a threat from that side, especially in the second half. So I'm going to give him a 6.5.
I want him to take on players. I want to see a little bit of trickery.
Hopefully, I think that's going to come. But it's getting back to match fitness. So I'm going to give him a 6.5.
So everyone's sort of giving him a 6.5. Everyone's 6.5.
I'm going to give Rashford 7.5. What are you giving Rashford?
I think he had a couple of chances to hit the target and he didn't. So he did play well. I mean, I didn't expect him to score that goal at the near post. But I give him a 7. I don't think it was his best game because I felt it was still not super intelligent on the ball, but it's still he's on good form and he's rolling. So I'll give him a 7. Otherwise, I would give him a 7.5. I'll give him a 7 Rashford.
Okay. Yeah. I thought he looked more lively and more involved in the game than he has been in a lot of games. You know what I mean? A lot of games.
But he had openings to finish. There's a shot on the right.
He whacked it. I'm like,
whacked it. Come on. I didn't see the guile from him that I expect. I want to see now he can finish and score. I want to see some guile from the guy. You know, I like the fact he's been scoring headers. I like the fact he scored 22 goals this season. I love all that, but I want to see some guile. I want Benny McCarthy to teach him some guile to score some cheeky goals and things like that. That's what I want to see. I want him to stay calm when he gets that shot on goal. I want him to stay calm.
Big up Kuma. Love Kuma.
No. I was up at 9 o'clock. I was up early for me, 9 o'clock this morning. So, you know, that's why I'm yawning.
Ten Hag, the game against Leicester. Ten Hag changing the game against Leicester. Oh, you mean the team? Yeah. I don't know. I doubt it. We're going to see it.
Wait, so have we been for everyone? Have we been for every player?
Yeah. Who did anybody come on? Who came on?
Garnacho. Yeah, Garnacho came on.
6'6". He gets us average.
Yeah,
6.
average 6. He didn't get a chance to do anything really. Yeah.
Was there anybody else who came on? No, it was just him, wasn't it?
Just
nobody else.
We didn't. We should have. Don't you think we should have had a few more subs in the game? Right? Well, I mean, we're tiring the players out.
He's only got kids, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why we needed some bits in that game already. We needed some bits of. We needed that guy.
Of course we did. Of course we did. Eric Ten Hag. If I'm what you giving him, I'm giving him an 8 because Man United went there with tactics. You could see there was a game plan.
Yeah, I'll give him an 8. Yeah, I'll give him an 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving him an 8.
That's the highest score. He's my man of the match. Then he's my man of the match.
Yeah. Ten Hag's man of the match for me. Ten Hag's man of the match because he shows that he's understanding what it's like managing Man United, where referees don't give you anything.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that he got heated tonight for the first time ever.
Yeah. And you got a yellow card. Yeah, you got a yellow card.
He got a yellow card. Yeah. That's
so
it.
I think we're pretty much in sync with everybody in the comments because they're scoring Rashford and Ten Hag higher than we are, but that means that they were fans of what they were very complimentary towards what Rashford and Ten Hag did today. Look at the scores, you know. So
yeah, of course. It will be interesting to see Rashford with a healthy and top at number 9. Yeah, with a top number 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to sing for that to happen.
And who would that be, Nuruddin? Who would you like to get to play alongside him?
Benjamin Sesko for me. There's something about that kid.
Yeah.
Something, you know, I just like certain players when I look at them. I watched him play 2 games.
Yeah.
I watched him play against Liverpool.
But Nuruddin, you were saying that we should have bought Scamacca.
Yeah, I would love Scamacca as well.
And how do you think he's turned out for West Ham?
Irfan, West Ham are the worst team ever.
I mean, I feel sorry for him playing for them.
Irfan, if he could have gone to every team, Bournemouth are more attacking than West Ham.
Yeah.
West Ham, David Moyes are some of the most defensive, shitty football clubs.
Horrible football. Horrible. Yeah.
David Moyes his football makes me want to vomit. No chance. So to me, Scamacca, I would have loved Scamacca. Scamacca in this team. Oh my God, Irfan. Scamacca in our team would have been brilliant. Rashford makes runs down where the
early ball,
100%.
That's what I mean, but we need that super midfielder.
He's the perfect striker. Well, Ivan Toney is on record talking and saying that he loves Liverpool so much and his dreams to play for Liverpool. I don't want any player like that in my football club. I don't want him anywhere near my football club. It's tribal. I'm sorry, and also he could be banned for a long time. He could be banned for a long time because of the betting. Apparently, he's facing some of the heftiest charges ever faced by a footballer about betting.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
The next start should be easy. Man United, no Gavi, Torres, Dembele, and other big players.
Who do you think played well for them, Nuruddin? Who do you think you played well for Barcelona today? I thought Rafinha played well. Pedri, Gavi, what do you reckon?
Rafinha was the danger man.
Yeah, he was.
I expected more from Gavi and
Pedri.
And Pedri, yeah, but
I
didn't really.
They didn't really put their stamp on the game. And what about De Jong, Frankie De Jong? What do you think?
Say that again.
What about De Jong? What do you think?
Irfan, you know what? I didn't even see. You know what? Like I said, I have to watch the game again because you're full of emotion.
He didn't really. Again, he didn't really.
Yeah, I'm watching the game, but Frankie De Jong is an amazing footballer.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Amazing footballer. Windy says, I'm just going to be laughing, Mr. Structure, going crazy if Kane comes to United.
No, we don't want this guy. I don't want this guy. He's past it. He's done. Oh, man.
Who do I think what would be number 10 in the long term?
Yeah, I'm looking for a replacement already. I hope we get a replacement.
There are a couple of guys who are very super skillful. There's one, I think he plays for Valencia. Is his name Laka? I think he's of Asian heritage. I think he might be Japanese or Korean heritage, but he's a brilliant footballer. He can play wide and he can play as a number 10. He's amazing. Amazing skills. Left-footed. Oh, just looks brilliant. Schick, some people like Schick. Tony, love betting. Tony loves betting, fam. Yeah, he does.
Tony loves betting, fam. See, Natalie's saying De Jong was a ghost in the game. Yeah. He wasn't really there.
That can happen. Rafinha, that's it. Fred cancelled him. Frankie was ghosting. Yeah.
No, Brahim. Somebody's got it right. Ivan's got it right. Brahim Diaz, he was pretty good, and he was good. Brahim, he was good.
Yeah. Brahim Diaz. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
You need Osman Nuruddin. I don't know. Yeah.
No, I like him, Nuruddin. I think he's a show business number.
Listen, we would, but the money that the Napoli manager won, he's not going to leave that club for less than 150 million.
150, not even 100.
150.
Wow.
Yeah. Vlahovic going to Chelsea, Man United can sign Ivan Toney. His gambling case will quickly disappear, just like Greenwood case disappeared. Man United go big.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that, Mr. Sky Shooter. I'm not sure about that.
I know Mr. Sky Shooter is not a United fan, is he? He must be a bitter City fan or a Liverpool fan.
No, anyway, you don't know. You don't know.
He's talking like he's not a United fan. He's not talking like he's not.
Oh, I would say that.
De Jong will be. No, he's not a fan. Evan, you don't say this. You don't say Man U have got You don't call us Man U first. Nobody, no Manchester United fan will ever call us Man U. Never.
Ah, come on, Nuruddin. I call it Man U sometimes.
No,
Come
no,
on,
no.
man.
Fan, when fan, that's disgraceful. We're Manchester United or Man UFC. That's who we are. We're not Man U. We're Man UFC.
Bit harsh, then, Nuruddin. Bit
No,
harsh.
we're not. It's the truth. Don't call us Man U. De Jong will be exposed in England. Barcelona overrated team. Yeah, this guy shooter. That's what you think. But like, guys, big up. Watch Florian Witz. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on him. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Irfan, big up to yourself. I'm going to rewatch the game again just to try to get understanding of it, because I was watching it in a pub. It was noisy and people were talking.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But we'll leave you with this comment of the night. Hopefully this is truth. And this is from our Windy. But big up to every one of you. Smash a like on the video on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit the notification button because it lets you know when we're next live. You're always a community. We interact for an hour each time. And big up to every one of you. Refs never on our side in Europe. I knew it since Scholes offside. Yeah, 100% risky, G. I was there. I came out with wanted to punch and eat people. That's how much I was angry. I was so angry. I literally wanted to rip off that referee's head. I was on full hooligan mode against Porto. Full hooligan mode. I would have been arrested if I would have seen that referee that night. So big up. Big up to every one of you. Sleep well, guys. We'll tell you what happened in Barcelona. Big up, Saeed. I hope you're well.
So he's gone to Barcelona, hasn't he? Has he gone there, hasn't he?
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll chat about it on Monday, Saeed. We'll chat about it in the show on Monday. Big up, Saeed. Please get home safe. Make sure you're safe, bro.
He doesn't want to. He's been to Barcelona. He doesn't want to come back. He loves it. You can tell. He loves the place.
Listen, Saeed, whatever you do, please, bro, just look after yourself. I know some of their fans can be a bit. I don't know.
There's a reasonable Pakistani community in Barcelona. I'll tell you that.
I know they try to sell you beer all the time.
Yep.
They're the beer sellers. But please, Saeed, look after yourself. Because I know United fans can get a bit lowery and leery when they get pissed and kick off and stuff like that. So, yeah. Big up Vaz as well. All of you out there, stay safe.
Oh, Faz is there as well.
Yeah. Listen, win, lose, draw, Glazers out, bankers out. And big up Eric Ten Hag. What a journey we're on. That's why the referees are hating us like the way they used to hate us back in the day. Everybody hates Man United again, and I'm liking it. So he says on Stratford End, adored, hated, but never
ignored. Never ignored.
Good night, people. Peace. Take care.